start a game.
TJ Weber.
I am him. Get your ass on the air and let's pick something.
Big Web.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel.
Zach Zook.
Yeah, my picks have been shit this year.
Changing it. Oh, he's taking it off. Nick Yale. From the
What's
50.
up, everybody? Welcome into this edition of From the 50. We are live. Why am I hearing audio right now? Let's go. Let's fucking start a game. Oh, my God. I'm hearing myself, boys. I'm hearing myself. What is happening right now? Hold on.
It's the From the 50 difference.
It really is. Where's that coming from? It's YouTube. God damn it, it's YouTube. Hello, everybody. Welcome into week 2 of the NFL here on From the 50. Jesus Christ. I was like hearing myself talk. I was hearing the intro.
Yeah.
And a YouTube thing here. This is what I love about this show is nothing ever changes. We got brand new production I put up. I got this cool new graphic. Look at this bottom line here on YouTube.
Wow.
We got the date and everything. And yet we still have audio to start the show.
See, I was hearing it too, but I was going to sell it like nothing was happening. I was like, he'll figure it out.
No, that's I got to get your camera going. It's a whole thing. I will say, I'm going to give you boys shit a little bit. Like, you know, you guys show up 3 minutes before start time.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing. What are you going to do?
Hey, defense to me, I got home at 2:45 in the morning last night, so.
That's fair. What'd you say, Big Web? What's up, buddy? Where are you at?
14 minutes early, me. Thank you.
See, we got audio.
Not that that's a lot, but
yeah,
hey.
I saw TJ sent the link to join at like 10:02. I was like, who does this guy think we are?
I know, but this is the shit that happens. But I love it because that's who we are. I wouldn't want to, think we're anything different. Here is Big Web. Let's go ahead and send him live. Here's his ass. What's up, Big Web? How we doing?
Hey, boys.
Big Web, you didn't respond to my my trash talk on Thursday.
Oh, that hurt so bad, man.
You gonna defend the Dolphins here or what?
Was it right after the Tua injury when you sent that? I was hurting so bad for the year. I'm like, my God, Zook, I can't even talk right now.
Yeah.
I know, dude. Well, you know what? I'm kind of like optimistic on that whole situation.
Is that right?
More optimistic than consensus. Like, obviously, it's still really bad, but I feel like he might be able to come back after missing just like a game or two.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, it looked bad, and he's had a lot of those go on is the problem. So I'm really, I'd be concerned, obviously. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I mean, the guy's had 3 pretty bad hits and reactions to it in 2 years.
Well,
So,
career-wise and like life-wise, which is obviously the most important thing. Yeah, very concerned. I just mean purely for bets, Big Web's division winner parlay, I feel like he might come back in a week or two.
Yeah, for sure.
He looked honestly pretty good on the sideline.
Dude, I love money, but this guy's family, he's already got millions in the bank. I
know.
I don't know. He's a very huge competitor, obviously. All these guys are, but my God, you really got to weigh that out,
100%. Hunter says, not everyone needs a podcast. Love the idea, but too many of them. So, yeah, Hunter is brand new to the show. I would understand. I mean, listen, if this is your first view of the program, I understand where we look like amateurs. We might be amateurs. Zook and I have a broadcasting degree. Nick has a broadcasting degree, and here we are.
Did you see the comment right under it?
What does it say?
Then leave.
Love Biggs. God bless you, Biggs. Lifelong Browns fan. Should I become a Lions fan? I'm ashamed of what the Browns are doing lately. Browns suck. They suck. They're done.
Stick with the Browns. Stick with the Browns, man. You're good. Hang in there. Hang in there. You know why TJ's such a good Lions fan? Because he stuck with them when they were shit.
Right. Big Web right now wearing a Chiefs jersey. It's just that's what the Browns fandom is doing now. So.
Now, wait a minute. I play the direction where my money's going for today.
That is true. He's done that for years.
He has done that. That's kind of his thing. That's his brand, if you will. So I do want to bring back our wonderful producer. His mic might be asked today. We're going to give it a shot. What's up, Biggs? Biggs. What's up, Biggs? What's up, Ace? How we doing?
We're doing great. How are you?
Good. That's Ace on the program. So, Ace is going to be here when he can. He's going to be here this week, maybe gone the next 2 weeks. Again, I give him full-time salary, and he just bails on us. So I don't know why he's doing that. But Zook, I guess he's got other things to worry about instead of a full-time salary on this show. I don't know. I think I'm paying everybody on this show at least $75K. I want to say, is that right? I don't want to talk numbers, and I feel bad putting that out there, but I feel like people need to know I take care of these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get $75K a show. I don't know about you guys.
A show?
Yeah, a show.
That. I don't know who was looking at that shit.
Yeah, accounting must have made a mess up. I just let it go.
Yeah, Big Web's paying me because of all the bets I've tailed that he's hasn't come through in the last couple of years. So
Here he goes already, boys and girls. Week 2.
Week 2.
You're overreacting.
Overreacting going into week 2. But hey, there was a hell of a week 1. It was beautiful because I had my setup last week. Zook got to see it. Ace got to see it. All the games set up. I had 9 games going on at once, and it felt like I was at home. It felt right. It felt like we're finally back. And it was funny because yesterday I'm betting college football, hit a parlay, not a big deal, and I'm sitting there watching with my wife, and I only have 3 games going on, and she goes, "How the fuck do you do this?" She's like looking like an owl back and forth. She's like, "I don't know what to focus on." I go, "Oh, I love it. I mean, there's nonstop action."
You're like, this is child's play for me. Wait
Yes.
till Sunday.
Come down on Sunday and check out 9 games going on at once, and I'm just in. You can see a smile across my face the entire time. It's the absolute greatest. Week 1 is one of those weeks we always talk about. You figure these teams out a little bit. We say we do, which is not the case. There's still a lot of shit we got to figure out with these teams. But I feel like we've learned a few things. Panthers are the worst team in football, maybe in the last few years. They're that bad. Bryce Young might be a bust. Let's see. Browns are done. Bengals, I think, is a must-win today for them, as crazy as that may sound. I know they have a slow start almost every year. But the way they played last week, I mean, I think with Burrow kind of his wrist being banged up and everything, the Jamar Chase stuff going on, he says he's not going to do any contract negotiations for the rest of the year, according to him. So the Bengals botched it, though, so there's some bad chemistry going on there. I think they're in trouble. Big Web, who else? What's another big storyline from week 1?
Well, I mean, the Rams, you got some big injuries on the Rams right now. I mean, they came in and played a pretty good game against the Lions, but shit, they got 2 offensive line injuries, and they got Puka out now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge. Frisco, they're going to be all right, though, because that kid stepped in behind McCaffrey. McCaffrey's announced now he's out, 6 weeks or something like that.
Yeah,
So-
that's crazy.
And that came out of nowhere.
That's crazy. Matthew Berry had a thing. You know how the reporting on it was suspect before the Monday night game?
Right.
Matthew Berry came out with a thing after they put him on IR saying the media coverage of this has been super sketchy. And I think the 49ers, the way they talked about it, is borderline criminal, man.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it.
Do you know how many people, sports bettors and fantasy football people that are just being absolutely screwed by this?
100%.
And this is totally bothering him for a while. They said he had his worst day with it on Thursday. So, this has been going on for a while, and they downplayed it the whole time. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Yeah. He'll be good for week 1, maintenance-related. No.
I don't know why this happened the way it did. Like you said, it went from everybody was expecting him to play week 1, no doubt. McCaffrey banged up, sure, that happens almost every year. But then the IR thing happens. Well, after Mason, you saw Mason have a huge game. Then he gets asked on the field, when did you know, had a feeling you were going to start? He said
Friday.
Which is probably the honest answer. And Shanahan,
that's definitely the honest answer.
He gets in the back, and they're like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
You got to know not to say that. And then he was pretty, he looked like he was going to cry in the postgame, which I feel that. If you don't have media training, how do you know you're not supposed to say that?
Which, sucks for him. It's the biggest game of his career, a breakout game in the NFL for him. It should be one of the best nights in his life, and he is sitting up there in front of a media shitstorm because the 49ers wanted to play a little gamesmanship with the fucking Jets.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel bad for the guy because, he had to, I'm sure he got scrutinized in the locker room, and people are like, dude, what the fuck? You can't say that. But then, like you said, there might be an investigation. Again, you go fantasy, sports betting, all that shit.
The NFL already came out and said that they've found no wrongdoing, at least about the injury report as it pertained to week 1. They already reported that there was nothing in it. And I saw one of the top replies under Rappaport's tweet. It was funny. It was like, the NFL, we found we did nothing wrong.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
So, but I'll tell you what,
nothing's going to happen. I just think it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Sorry, Big Web.
Look, I agree with you, though. It's not just week 1. All those bets. The team seems like they're going to be fine. This kid, if he keeps up doing what he did last week, they're going to be fine at running back. But McCaffrey's season-long numbers and all those bets that you would do for how
Yeah.
many yards he's going to get
Oh
for
my
the
God,
year, this and that. My God, it's huge.
It's
huge.
everything. I mean, not
So-
on a smaller scale. I mean, a lot of people drafted him number 1 in fantasy. I mean, it's a huge thing. So for it to be last minute and people are like, I can't believe that happened. Like, you would want that information for a lot of reasons, and it does stir some people up and it gets people pissed off. On a smaller scale, I didn't know about this, and maybe I missed it, but Hollywood Brown out for the regular season, apparently. They put him on IR, but Schefter said he put something out yesterday saying they expect him not to play the regular season.
Oh, really?
It came out of nowhere.
The report I saw was like months, not weeks. I
Ace,
didn't
can
know
you
that
check
he
on
was
that,
going to
Ace?
be
I think that was correct, wasn't it?
out the whole regular season. That really sucks. He hurt his shoulder in the preseason, right?
Yeah, it came out yesterday that he just had surgery and is now out for the rest of the
Oh,
regular
that's
season.
that's.
I
a
mean,
bummer.
but again, that was like last minute shit too.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice that.
It was
so.
last minute. I almost fell on the ground when I heard that. But thank God this Worley kid's panning out so far.
Yeah, well, that's going to be huge for his fantasy value. But anyway, let's see. We got some fantasy questions coming in the chat. You guys can get involved here on YouTube. We have the full show, full production on YouTube if you want to check it out. We are live now. We do have the graphics up and the audio is working, so you can check that out. Webercontent.com/from the50, or if you're on TikTok, you can also ask fantasy questions here. Brian says pick 2, Rachaad White, Brian Thomas, Jaden Reed, Jawan Jennings. So, look, what do you think on
And
that one?
Thomas is a stud. Reed's a
Yeah,
stud.
I'd go with the first two, Rachaad White and Brian Thomas. I would see what it looks like without Jordan Love before I started Jaden Reed.
Yeah, that's going to be
I think
fucking
you're-
crazy today.
I saw that he's targeting a Week 5 return. Is Jordan Love? You talk about storylines; they could be dead in the water by the time he comes back.
And
so.
what a terrible time to do it. 5 seconds left in the game.
Sucks.
The shittiest field that we've seen in a long time. People slipping and sliding
Yeah.
everywhere. Like, I'm sitting there, A.J. Brown owner for fantasy football, thinking he's going to tear his ACL or something. I'm just, like, praying nothing happens, and people were slipping and sliding. It was bad.
It was a weird game, man. Let's not go back there anytime soon.
Yeah.
No offense, Brazil.
Yeah, right. Derrick Henry or Stevenson today. It's from Decor.
Gotta stick with your
Henry,
stud,
right?
Derrick Henry, right?
No
Yeah.
doubt. So Stevenson, I mean, the matchup for the Patriots is the Seahawks today. Stevenson had a huge week last week, though. Didn't he have like 127 yards rushing? or
He
something?
did. He went off.
yeah.
But Seahawks defense, I think, is pretty good. I think they're one of the sleeper units. Mike McDonald is the new head coach, brings over that defense from Baltimore, where he was the defensive coordinator last year.
Mhm.
That defense that he's running over there in Seattle is that is the in vogue style of defense now. And so I think the Seahawks will play the Patriots much better than the Bengals defense did.
Okay. Big Web, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean the Bengals were the bottom of the barrel last week, and both sides of the ball it seemed like. Ramondre is a strong front runner, but Seattle, should be. I just think he was playing against a weaker opponent. We'll see.
Well, and at
It's
the
like,
expense of Derrick Henry
don't
too,
overreact.
right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I think Henry against the Raiders defense is a good matchup, too. I would think he wouldn't get as many yards as Stevenson, probably, or at least the ceiling on Henry for yardage isn't as high, but I think he will get in probably twice. I don't know, though. That's the thing, is you're still trying to figure out as a fantasy value if he's going to get enough touches, because Lamar is just running everywhere. I mean, he is obviously the best player on that team. They're going to give him the ball as many times as he wants it.
I mean, I see what that guy's saying, though. Like, it made me a little nervous in the Chiefs game watching them feature him in the first drive, and then he kind of just disappeared for the rest of the game. So he ended up finishing with, I think, like 50 yards on the ground and the touchdown. But, I think you got to stick with him, especially after – it's not like he burned you week 1.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. And he's – I mean, again, do you do it for name recognition, though, or is it actually the right play? Because it's how
True.
you get to the fantasy, you're like, oh, this guy's always been a stud, but like, is he the same? Like, you know what I mean? It's just
Well, you drafted him pretty high to get him on your fantasy team. So
gotta play the man.
So yeah, you gotta see that through and play it out. Especially, I just think he has a ton of touchdown equity too.
Yeah,
When
that's
they
fair.
get in close, I think they're gonna hand it to him.
Go Pack Go. It's from Trey. See, there's some positivity for your Packers there, Zook. I mean, you gotta feel great.
We'll be rooting them on. I just don't think people are prepared for what Malik Willis is going to look like for a full game. His career QBR is, or not QBR, his career passer rating is lower than if you spiked it into the ground every play. So.
As a Lions fan, it's a beautiful thing to hear. I think the Packers are done. Do you think they're done? I mean, honestly,
I'm not going to say they're done after week 1.
I don't know.
But, it's going to get real scary and real dark real fast
Yeah.
if they don't win one of these next 2.
Yeah. I mean, Big Web, you got to be happy about, I still think the Bears, I mean, that's another storyline, but they barely got out alive last week. But still 1-0, and then you may lose a team in the Packers that are fighting for the North. So that takes away and helps your big division winner.
I will say that I think that them winning the division is cooked.
The Packers?
No chance.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, the Vikings showed a touch of promise last week. We'll see. We don't want to overreact on them. They're up against Frisco today. They really got something to prove today, but they might be second in the league right now.
Yeah. That's true. Someone was asking, do you guys know if A.J. Brown is playing tomorrow night, Monday Night Football? He's questionable. I did see that. I have him myself, so I ended up picking up, what's his name? McLeod from the Atlanta. What's his first name? I totally
Ray McLeod.
Ray McLeod, that's it.
Hey, free advice, though. If you guys are having A.J. Brown, you put him in your starting lineup, obviously. Put him in your flex spot, though. So that way, if he doesn't play, you can play either a running back or a receiver. Common mistake is if you leave him in your top wide receiver spot, then if he's ruled inactive, you're like, well, shit, if I put him in my flex, I could have played a back.
Yeah.
And I only have a back to play.
That's true. So, yeah, I like that's a good idea.
Pro tip, put him in your flex if you're worried about it.
Yeah, I like that. It's a good idea. Let's see. Ben says play Jameson Williams today or Jaden Reed. Now, Ace, if you can check on this, I believe Jameson Williams was also questionable. I think he is a go, but I haven't seen.
Pretty sure he's active. As a Jameson Williams owner, he was limited participant all this week with an ankle injury.
Okay.
And he is active today for the noon game.
Okay, beautiful. There you go.
I would play J-Mo over Reed.
Yeah,
I agree.
J-Mo's good to go. I don't see any update on it. A.J. Brown.
Okay. All right. Well, I think Zook had a good point there. Put him in flex and see if you can get some more options Monday night if you need to. Let's see. I had another question, actually. Z-Money. Anytime touchdown opinions today? We'll kind of, I don't know. We can kind of break that down at the end of the show. We got to do our Hail Mary parlay, which I didn't exactly see how many legs we hit. We picked every game and put $1.
I'll give you a free one. Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at this guy. That's sharp. I mean, what's the reasoning? Just
Cardinals.
Okay, good call.
They always
That's all you need to say.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of points in that game. The total's 48, and he didn't have the greatest week 1. I think they're going to try to feed him. And
Okay.
I'm going against him in fantasy, so he's going to go the fuck off.
I like that. Big Web, do you have anybody you're locked in on scoring a touchdown today?
Man, I am all over Worthy, this kid.
Okay.
He got 2 last week. He's playing the Bengals. I like him.
Okay. I like him. I like him. I'm going Monty. I mean, Lions.
Yeah.
By the way, my favorite bet that I have, it's over on the bet wall somewhere. I think it fell down, though. The Lions to score a rushing touchdown in every regular season game this year. 30 to win 1,000. Got 2 last week. Didn't matter. Just need 1. Monty's going to score. I mean, it's Monty or Gibbs every week. I think I got through 9 weeks last time.
It's a rushing touchdown specifically?
Got to be a rushing touchdown.
Okay.
So that's the thing. So you get those jet sweeps and things that are kind of
Little push passes.
little push passes that might,
it's like,
you know
just
what I mean?
hand it off.
Yes, just hand off the.
But then if you've got the quarterback, I always end up with Patrick Mahomes, and the little push passes are awesome.
Yeah,
So then you
I
just
know.
get,
I love
points.
it. It's beautiful as when you got a receiver, you need points, but it's for a rushing touchdown. It's dude, that's brutal.
You play college football 25.
Oh, yeah.
So that jet pass or whatever, if you run that play.
Yeah, sure.
So
hell yeah.
That's one of the best plays in the game. So I'll run it a couple times a game, and then you finish the game. It's 580 yards passing, but it's 3 of them were 40-yard runs on jet touch passes, but it goes as passing stats.
I know. Isn't it? It's just wild how that works. Z-Money says he's taking Kyron. There you go, Zook. He's taking your advice. He's going to take Kyron anytime.
I hope you don't crash and burn, my man. I guess if he doesn't score, you won't be back next week.
That sounds like a man that has confidence in his pick.
I really do. I do. I think Kyron's going to have a good day.
Beautiful. Ace, do you have the standings from last week and the overall standings going into week 2?
I do.
I guess it's the same thing. It's only 1 week, so.
Real tough math going on over here.
Yeah, I know.
So unfortunately, Nick is first at 6-1.
Oh my God, that's so odd. isn't it?
It won't last long. He admitted it in the preview show.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think I did hear that. I was hosting the show. I think he was sitting there and I was like, the self-awareness is not there. Like, you always finish down either second to last or last, and he goes, I know, that's why I'm talking shit right now, because I know it's going to end.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Have to smoke them while you got them.
Right.
You're 5-2.
Of course I am. Second place is fine.
4-3.
All right.
I was 2-5. Big Web 1-6.
1-6, Big Web. Thoughts?
Tell you something. You guys don't understand how this works there. What you want to do, you don't want to start up here the first week. My God, give yourself a little base to improve on each time. You don't want to go crazy in week 1, man.
Okay. I like that. It's a nice spin zone. So there you go. Big Web 1-6. Tough start to the week. It's a tough start to the season. Ace, I don't know if you have this. I can look it up myself. I kind of threw this on you last minute. Do you have the standings for the fan pick'em by chance?
I can get there quick.
Okay, so we'll go over the fan pick'em standings as well. By the way, if you have not joined yet, I think this is your last chance. You're only back 13, which there's a lot of games every week. Join the From the 50 NFL pick'em right now on CBS Sports. You can go to our website, From the 50. It's webercontent.com/from the50, or if you're watching on TikTok, link is in the bio. Same with YouTube. You just click join the pick'em pool. You get in right there with the CBSSports.com login, and you can pick against the spread every single week. Top 3. It's free to join, by the way. Top 3 pickers at the end of the season will get a free NFL jersey courtesy of From the 50. So why not do it? It's fun. You get included in the show, and you get to pick and maybe win a jersey. So, Ace, we got.
They may only be down 11. They may only be down 11 because I think the leader wasn't 13-0, right?
I thought it was 13. No.
It's 13 currently. It was 12 after week 1, and then the Thursday game.
Okay. So yeah, 13 with the Thursday game this week. Okay, but there were 16 games, so that's a hell of a week. 12 out of 16.
Yeah,
that's great.
Huge.
Our fans are
How many people did that?
I don't know who we got.
had 3 people get to 12.
Damn.
Wow, that's
And
crazy.
All 3 are now at 13.
So who we got? Just I guess first names only.
Yeah, Gigi, Joe, and Laura all are at 13. Then we've got Amanda, Kevin, and Paul at 12, and Annette, Carrie, and Roy Rico at 11.
Sounds like a hostage video. It really does. It's beautiful. God, I love it.
We got
Kevin, and
9
Paul.
people that hit 11 out of 17 or better.
It's crazy. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. So good
Damn.
for week 1. That's better than us. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Don't overreact. Don't overreact.
That's right. Don't overreact after week 1.
TJ's and Zook both are sitting at 10. They're in 10th place, and then I'm right there, one behind them.
Okay.
I feel like there were a lot of backdoor fucking bullshit. Lose by like a point or 2.
Yeah.
Games last week.
I lost 3 games by a total of 2.5 points, so that's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
Gotta love that.
Same here. When I saw the final standings and saw that I was 4-3, I was like, I felt like I did better than that, but nope, lost on like some hooks.
Didn't
so,
pan out.
Yeah.
Captain Fat says, hey, what's going on, buddy? By the way, if you guys want to leave voicemails, Captain Fat's left voicemails before. You can do that on the website as well. It's webercontent.com/from the50. Let us know your thoughts on the show, on the week, on whatever's going on in your world of football. Would love to hear about it. Simon says, Daniels or Goff today? What do you think, Zook?
Daniels rushing upside. Goff is like never more than a borderline top 20
Didn't we have the same
QB.
conversation last week?
Yeah, we
I think
did.
we did.
Yeah, I'm not like a big. I think if you have to like start 2, I love Goff as like your kind of second QB, but I would not be messing around with him in like a standard league. So you can do better. You can.
It's my guy.
Did you just say Simon says?
Simon.
You did.
Well, yeah. Actually, I did say that. That's a good catch, Big Wack.
I tell you what. I like Daniels.
Yeah.
Because of that Giants' crappy secondary.
Mm-hmm. But, you know what I will say with your discussion about his rushing ability, I mean, the one thing that the Giants do have, and I didn't watch week 1, I'm just thinking about offseason moves, they do have a pass rush. So maybe that'll get him out of the pocket and run a little bit better. I don't know.
Yeah, they do. But think about the Commanders going up against the Seahawks last week. No, Seahawks played Denver. Who did the Commanders play last week?
They played
Buccaneers.
Yes.
And they kind of got hammered, and he still finished with like 28 fantasy points.
Yeah.
Couldn't have looked much worse.
That's true.
So,
I mean, mobile quarterbacks, I mean, there you go. You said it last week. I'll tip my cap to you because Goff didn't have a great game.
You can be pretty average and still score a decent amount of fantasy points if you just run. And Jaden Daniels will run.
I'm with you on Jaden Daniels then over Goff, and it's my guy. But look, you're right. I mean, if they're going to let him run that amount, what do you get, 75 yards rushing or something like that?
Yeah,
I mean,
that literally accounts. Like Jared Goff has to throw 2 touchdown passes just to negate the rushing.
Right.
If you think about it.
Yeah. No, I think that's the right play. I like that a lot. Let's see some more fantasy questions, then we'll get to our picks of the week. Again, if you guys are brand new, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the follow button here on TikTok, or if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. We're live every single Sunday throughout the regular season from 10:30 a.m. CT all the way up until kickoff, answering fantasy questions, talking picks. So what we do is we pick 7 games every single week. We heard the standings earlier. We pick 4 games that Ace chooses. Sometimes Big Web is pissed off about the games that Ace chooses, but poor Ace is new. He's going to get used to that. It's just kind of the way it works because he's last place in 1 and 6. But we pick 4 games that Ace picks. A toilet bowl game of the week, which is pretty obvious. Most of the time, the Panthers or the Giants are in it. We have a dog of the week. You pick an underdog, and a lock of the week. Pick the best pick of the week. Sometimes you can double up. Sometimes you can triple up. Little preview. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. All I want to let you know, Zook, because I think you would appreciate this, and I know Ace watched the week 2 preview show. I would hammer, and I'm just being honest. I would hammer the Falcons this week because Nick and Big Web not only went off about the Eagles, but dude, they were talking about taking alt spreads up to 13.5.
Oh my God! It took them 1 week to get off their darling Falcons?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. 1 week,
wow.
and I did say to start the show, because I listened, in case I was contradicting myself, I said this might be done. This division parlay might be done because of Atlanta. But once they said that, Nick's like, there's no doubt they win. I mean, the Eagles, what's minus 13.5, Big Web? What are those odds? I'm like, oh, baby, give me Atlanta all fucking day.
You should have made a side bet. Did you get some side action with him on that?
I haven't. Big Web, if you'd like to have a little side wager on the Falcons and Eagles game, I'll take them. I'll take Falcons plus 13.5, even odds, if you'd like.
No. You got odds. Stuff's got 1,000 chicken wings. You guys always get odds on me. No, I'm telling you.
Hey, dude, did you see the Panthers play football last weekend?
Say what, huh?
Did you see the Panthers play football last weekend? I deserve odds.
They did not play football last weekend. You are correct. No, I tell you what. Yeah. I need the Falcons so bad for the year. I'm betting against them this week, but I'm actually rooting against myself. That's how bad I need the Falcons this year.
Clip that. We're going to use that all the time. That's crazy. I mean, why would you do that? Because you're that confident the Eagles are going to blow them out?
I think this week they're going to lose to the Eagles. They don't have their momentum yet, but I'm rooting against myself because I need the Falcons this year to win that division. That's why I'm also hoping that Detroit smokes Tampa today so we can get them down to where they belong in Nowhereville.
Big Web, we want the truth. The people want the truth. Did you take an alt spread for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yes.
I mean, to minus 12.5 or 13.5.
9.5.
Jesus, I'm hammering the Falcons. I mean, there's no Nick went off. Look how many times he signed a board. He's going to sign it twice. Him and Big Web are just back and forth, like just kissing each other about the fucking Eagles. It's going to be Falcons all day. It's not even funny.
If the Falcons win today, I think they need to sign that board.
I agree with that. Wow, that's a good one.
What?
Loser signs the board deal? I'm not signing the fucking board. I'm not doing that.
I was going to say, I don't think you can start doing that for one game. The board is sacred.
It is sacred, correct. And Zook says that because he's not on the board.
Yep.
Well.
I ain't signing that thing over one game.
No, but we could make a little single bet. I stuck my neck out board.
Okay, you give me Atlanta plus 9.5 and even odds, whatever you want to do.
No, you have to. That means you got to sign the board 10 times, and I got to sign it once.
10 times? What does that even mean? Now we're just getting just crazy for a second. Well, here's the bet wall. Here, I'll write it down. So we're gonna put something on the bet wall. What's the actual bet gonna be, Big Web? You want to wager money, or do you want to wager I don't know, I don't even know what to wager. What do you want to wager?
Can I get my sunglasses back? Let's do that. My Ray-Bans.
Big Web sunglasses back. Okay. TJ.
They were on top of your refrigerator.
Atlanta. How many points do you actually want to give me here? For real?
9.5.
Okay. Wow.
But I get odds.
You don't get odds. No. This is a straight up bet. What do you want to give me straight? What's the actual spread? 7.5?
It's around a touchdown. Do a line check, Ace.
Give me 7.5 straight up.
It's 6 right now.
Oh, only 6.
Give me 7.5 straight up. No balls.
No,
Let's
no,
go.
6.
Let's play ball here, Big Web. Come on. It's Sunday.
6 is the bet. If I don't
Stay
if you wanna
strong,
give me
Big
odds,
Web.
Go higher than 6.
Yeah,
If
stay
you wanna
strong.
Keep it straight, go 6.
Okay, you want 9.5. Fuck it. Okay. I'll give you odds. What, 2-1? You want to do milkshake? Or you want to do something, or you want to do something else?
No, okay. If I lose, it's a milkshake. If you lose, it's Waffle House.
Why don't you guys do a?
That sounds pretty even.
Why don't you guys do a lawn
No
mowing
free
bet?
ads.
Lawn mowing bet.
Loser mows the other person's lawn.
Big Web's really he wants it a certain way though. He wants a certain cut. He spends 8 hours on the fucking lawn. I will ruin it. So he doesn't want that at all.
He's like that's a punishment for me.
He don't want that smoke, man.
There's no odds there at all. No.
He's seen how I cut my lawn the other day to a 2, and all the grass died. It was a 100-degree week, and he's like, okay, that'll do it.
That guy's not touching my lawn.
Yeah.
I think
You have to
we
cut
need
it since, though, didn't
contact Big Web coaching you on how to cut his lawn.
Oh, there you go. How about breakfast, Big Web? Let's start with breakfast. How about a breakfast bet? All right,
No,
breakfast
it's-
bet. 9.5.
You get toast. I get everything. Eggs, bacon.
All right,
pancakes.
fuck it. Give me 6.5. Even. Give me the half point, 6.5, and it's a breakfast bet. All right.
I think this
Look at
He's
this
got
guy.
so much written down on that.
Whoever loses,
What
you
a
can't
salesman.
just buy breakfast for the other person. You gotta make it for them.
Oh.
Yeah, that's more
What'd you say?
humiliating.
All right, we're back
I wanna
to
see Big Web
we're back
cook
to
a breakfast.
9.5. We're back to 9.5.
I can't hear a word he's saying with that mush mouth over there.
We're back to 9.5. Here's what's going to happen: if Atlanta covers 9.5, you owe me breakfast. If Philly covers 9.5, I will make you breakfast.
Done.
All right, cool. Let's go to the bet wall. I love it. We're gonna put it on the
He's
bet
going to
wall.
the bet wall, ladies and gentlemen.
Probably can't hear me, but here it is.
Big Web, you shouldn't have given him 9.5.
Atlanta. Plus
He's going to be
9.5,
fine.
9.5.
We're going to be fine in that game.
Easy money.
I had to back up my buddy Nick with something right there.
Breakfast bet. I love it. This is beautiful stuff. This is what Sunday is all about. I'm going to have so much money on the games today, but all I'm going to worry about is breakfast bet between Big Web and myself. Atlanta plus 9.5. Couldn't be happier.
I'm so happy about our Big Web and I's Panthers and Falcons little friendly wager, because every time now I just see the Panthers do something good, like I can root for that just all season long.
Yes.
And every
See,
time the
it's a
Falcons
fun one to
Falcon,
do. Yeah, exactly.
I can be happy about that too.
I love it. So I got to write down the details on
Vic,
this
you
one.
got to remember about that whipped cream and a cherry on that Sunday stuff.
You will get extra whipped cream, my man.
All right, good deal. Good deal.
Good deal. All right, Big Web, give a shout out for the show real quick while I write down the bet so I know exactly what we bet for the bet wall, I guess. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show is all serious. We don't jack around. There's no anything, and we don't have any fun. It's all numbers. It's all facts. It's all stats. It's all just typical fantasy. We don't fucking have any fun. You understand? That's what we do here.
Zero
this show.
fun, sir.
Zero fun, sir. All right, I got to put breakfast up there just so we know.
Good-
So
he's getting
I'll
that
also plug the pick'em real fast while he's doing it. You missed week 1, and as our producer Ace mentioned, the leaders are at 13 picks here. But you can still get back in it after week 1 because people forget weeks, and you can totally get into the top 3. I would say your chances drop substantially at about noon today. So join the CBS Pick'em pool. It is completely free. And get your picks in against the spread. Pick against the spread all year, and win some dope prizes if you finish near the top.
Why wouldn't you? It's free. It's free to join
Totally
and give
free.
out prizes. It's NFL jerseys. It's legit. Like,
Totally free.
Why would you not do it? Ace, what do you got?
There's something going on with this Falcons-Eagles game because now that line already dropped to 5.5.
Oh,
So people are hammering the Falcons right now.
there's a lot of money coming in because Weber Betts all of a sudden is moving
Wow.
the needle, Big Web.
Yeah,
I mean,
Nick and Big Web moving the line in Vegas.
our 7 viewers on YouTube are hammering the Falcons.
See? Hey, can I ask a technical question in the middle of the show?
Well, of course. Did you see the beginning of the show?
Don't I have to refresh something or it's going to knock me off the fucking air again?
No,
like
it
last
did that
week?
to us, knock on wood. It shut down our software last time. That's why you got kicked off. But just join the same link if it does that. All right.
All right, sorry, folks. Back to the action.
Beautiful. By the way, if anybody can see the bet wall, my handwriting is brutal. I gotta do better.
You were just scribbling.
So bad. It looks
hard.
like chicken scratch. It's just you can't read that, but it is what it is. We know what it is. All right, a couple more comments here, and then we will go to the picks of the week, and Ace will read those for us. Jared says, "Go Rams." All right, fuck off, Jared. Trayton says, "I am betting on them today, though." Burrow or Stafford for week 2? It's from Trayton. Burrow or Stafford?
Stafford's in trouble this week. In trouble, line problems. Stafford's in trouble this week.
What is the line still hurt? I guess. Do we know that?
They got two offensive linemen out.
Name one pass rusher on the Cardinals.
The Rams have like 0 offensive linemen healthy.
I would start Stafford still. Don't give a shit.
Is that right?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I mean the Cardinals defense still isn't good, so.
Well, it's
He's
whoever
gonna put up points.
the guy was left tackle last week. Hutchinson went around him every single play, so that is big. But like you said,
Hutchinson's
Zook,
good though.
that's true. Okay,
So.
I'm still locked on the Rams. I would go ahead and say Stafford then.
I'm just more worried about Joe Burrow and the Bengals than I am about Matthew Stafford.
That's fair. I like that. Ridley or Elliott for flex. That's from user 20148192.
Waiver wire.
Yeah. It's scrolling. I actually forgot who the players were. Who's it? Ridley or Elliott? I would go with Zeke, actually. I think Zeke's the play.
Yeah.
Let's go Dobbins, Dell, or Ford at flex. Full PPR. It's from Bossa Triono.
That's a tough one.
I think I'm going to go with
good
Dobbins
options.
after the week last week. Chargers
He's going against the Panthers.
Yeah.
Chargers, Panthers, yeah. Dobbins is the play there, I think.
Yeah.
Worthy or Diggs today? It's from Yee Yee. I'm going to go ahead and say Diggs, probably.
He's going against the Texans. He'll score.
Yeah. Wait, going against the Texans?
The Bears.
The Bears.
Oh, the Bears. Okay. He got traded already. So that's where I would go there. And then nice setup, likely or Parkinson. It's from Donnie.
Go
Who's
Isaiah.
Parkinson?
Colby Parkinson, Rams tight end,
Oh, okay.
playing with Higbee out. Go with likely because you probably picked him up on the waiver wire this week.
Gotta go with him, yeah.
And you are going to curse your own name if he goes off again this Sunday. So play Isaiah likely. Even if he doesn't, he's probably not going to have the monster game. He's still going to be involved. I'd be shocked if they just don't use him at all.
Yeah, I like that.
Plus, he was mouthing off. He was mouthing off last week. He's got to prove something now.
He was mouthing off.
There you go.
Big Web didn't appreciate that.
Let's see. How about Mayfield against the Lions? He had an incredible week 1 on Sunday. It's from Gigi. Yeah,
Not even close.
I'll be honest. Without bias, it's just obvious that the fucking Lions defense is better than the Commanders, and they got. Terrion Arnold had some bad penalties last week, but overall he looked pretty good. And there's definitely the team is a lot better than secondary, even after that first week. Let the Rams back in, but I think Baker will struggle today a little bit. However, that being said, we'll preview for the pick. It's a lot of points they're giving the Bucs. That's all I'll say. So.
We also got an additional D lineman back. The Lions did. That DJ Reed or whatever was suspended last week.
First
He's
year
back
with
now.
from Cincy, yeah, that'll be exciting. Absolutely, it's a good stat, Big Web. Absolutely,
Oh, I can't wait to watch football.
clip that off. Ray or Jahan Dotson from Monday. It's from Rafa. Jahan Dotson wasn't even present last week, was he?
Yeah, did he make the trip to Brazil? I'm a Packers fan, so I watched every snap of that game. I don't recall Dotson being a very big part of the game plan there.
Yeah. So I'd probably go Ray just for that reason.
Yeah, and Ray got he led the team in targets last week.
Yeah.
If he does that again, my Drake London stock is going to plummet.
Z Money. Oh, this is a big deal for me. This might be a problem. I need to know this before noon. Brown ruled out for Philly from Z Money.
I saw
is that official?
Ace, can you look up if they ruled out AJ Brown? That would be kind of crazy for them to do it a full more than 24 hours before the game.
Yeah.
Take a page out of the Niners book, Eagles.
And you know what sucks too?
You say he's fine till the inactives come out.
Yeah. You know what sucks too is I fucking put I didn't have him in my flex. I was an idiot. I started Keon Coleman in my flex, so I can't even put Zeke in. So I got to put a
brutal.
Tell you what really
Son of a
sucks.
bitch.
So you took a 0 in your flex.
Took a 0 in my flex, and now my main
Now
receiver's
AJ Brown's out.
Unbelievable.
I
Godspeed.
got breakfast on this damn thing. What do you? That's terrible.
Oh yeah, the breakfast bet is beautiful.
They can't do that. My God.
Hey, listen,
Reel me back.
Ace is our stat guy. If he didn't bring it up in time, that's his problem. It's not.
That makes sense. That lineman changing to 5.5 was probably bad news.
The A.J. Brown effect. Yes, that's tough for my fantasy team, but I love it for the breakfast bed. Big Web, I think we should go somewhere like a nice brunch area. You know, I want to get all the fixings. I want to get bottomless mimosas, all that deal.
Now it all. You know, we're going to like Larry's Lounge. It makes some eggs and some toast.
Shout out Dave's Diner in Fenton. We went there a couple times. Good stuff.
Nothing wrong with that.
$5 for eggs. It's beautiful stuff.
People put their cigarettes out in the eggs at the end and they're done.
You mentioned Waffle House earlier. Can we get him on the Waffle House grill making you breakfast?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can make some waffles at Waffle House, Big Web. Good stuff.
I'll go behind the counter and wear the hat.
You know what we should do? I know this is fun. It's funny now because Big Web's in last place, and he's like, of course you would bring this punishment up now. But end of the season, my favorite fantasy football punishment I've seen: somebody goes to Waffle House for 24 hours, and every time they eat a waffle, an hour gets taken off the time. So I mean, we make whoever gets last place in the pick'em do the 24-hour challenge inside a Waffle House.
Oh, I've seen those. Those are brutal.
That would be hilarious.
Just grueling.
The other people who are involved in the league can do things to add time back on.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's
terrible.
diabolical though.
So is it one waffle takes off an hour? Is that
that's
how
it.
they do it?
But they're huge though. Those are huge waffles there. Yeah.
But then, like, if we eat a stack of waffles, you add 15 minutes back on.
Oh my god! So everybody comes in and eats their lunch and dinner at the Waffle House, and then you think you're going home at 8. Nope, you gotta shovel in 4 more of those bad boys.
Oh my God! Your thoughts are welcome here on TikTok. Or you can get on YouTube as well. We are live every single Sunday from 10:30 a.m. CT all the way up until kickoff. What do you see?
So he said his league's doing that. If you puke, it adds another hour.
Oh my God! I love it. How are you gonna tell though? You can't follow the guy into the bathroom. Like, I mean, the guy's gotta hide it, I guess.
No, it's like a piss test, dude. Like, you have to be monitored by a league member at all times.
The Waffle House dude stands there with a bucket and a mop right there next to your table.
Can you imagine being the guy watching the guy maybe puke and be like, "Are we taking this too seriously?"
Did you puke?
I think if you get in a fight at the Waffle House, minus like 3 hours.
Get in a fight at the Waffle House. God, that's fucking hilarious. All right. Oh, they have to go on Instagram Live too, says DD. Holy crap. That's hilarious. 24-hour Instagram. Oh my God. Your phone will like blow up. It's just like
so I got to ask this guy, have you guys been doing this like for years, and what is if so, what is the record time that someone's gotten done in? That's my question.
Yeah, for sure. I paused for a second waiting for the response. I'm like, what do we I expect everybody to be talking. Yeah, please let us know. That is hilarious. And the fact you have to stream it, like, you get all, like, the moment he's like 10 waffles in, you still have like 10 hours to go, and you're just like, I hate everything. This is so
I get
brutal.
like secondhand sickness just watching like the videos that I've seen of people doing that.
Oh my God.
Brutal.
So brutal. All right, let's go ahead and get to the picks here. So we have Ace that's going to go over all the matchups for us here for week 2 of the NFL. As we mentioned, Ace, if you do have the rundown, I'd love to hear the standings one more time before we get started.
Yep. We got Nick 6-1, TJ 5-2, Zook 4-3, Tom 2-5, Big Web 1-6.
All right. What do we have for the first matchup, sir?
Game number 1, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go to Detroit. The Lions are -7.5.
Lions -7.5. Let's go with Zook.
So, full disclosure, I made Ace's life super hard today and didn't send my picks ahead of time. The reason I did that, though, is because there are so many games around a touchdown and a field goal, and this is one of them where if it was under a touchdown, I'm rocking Lions. 7.5, though, I'm going Bucks. That's just too many points for week 2. I think the reason they're doing it, because I feel like we all feel like it's a lot of points, Goff and the Lions have played really well both games against the Bucs last year, the playoff game and the regular season. He threw for over 300 yards in both of those games.
Yep.
So, I mean, expect the Lions to play well in this one. But, I think Baker can maintain this level of play. I really do. And it's going to take some time for this new Lions secondary to get some cohesion. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. I think the over's in play. But I'm going to take the Bucks. I can't eat 7.5, TJ.
I'm with you. Big Web?
I'm eating the 7.5.
Wow.
I like the fact that they got another lineman coming back on D. I mean, Baker he didn't have much of a pass rush opponent last week. They got a lot of yards. He made it happen. And I think this is going to be a high scoring football game right here. But I like the fact that Reeder's there now and Hutchinson and the boys are going to be putting pressure on him. The only thing the Lions have to do is improve on freaking third down, man. They were like 6 of 13 against the Rams, and the Bucs were like 7 out of 10. But, they're away. The Lions are at home. So give me the Lions to cover. I hate that fucking hook, but we're taking the Lions.
All right. So, Ace, who do you have, and then who does Nick Yale have?
I have Detroit.
Wow.
Switch up. Switch it
I love
up
the
on
switch
him.
up.
People are saying they can't understand me, so I figured I'd try something different.
Is that Ace's wife?
Ace's wife is now producing the program. Okay, Lions.
So does Nick. He has the Lions, too. This game's in Detroit. Baker's not going to be able to hear or do anything. The Lions will win easy.
All right, Lions win easy.
Said.
Here's a shocker. I'm actually going with the Bucs here. I think the number is
Vic,
massive.
Mrs. Ace.
It's 7.5 now. Is that
7.5.
7.5? 7.5. I'm gonna go with Bucs all day. I think that's the play. I mean, love the Lions. I'm not gonna bet it. I'm not gonna touch it. But if I have to pick to be a winner on this show, Lions will win, but they won't cover 7.5. So give me the Bucs at 7.5. Too many points, Zook.
Too many points.
New producer Helium Helen over there.
Helium Helen.
I love that. All right, Ace's wife. What's the next matchup?
The next matchup, the Rams are going to Arizona. The Rams are now -1.5. Cardinals have been the favorite all week, I thought.
They were up until I knew it was going to happen that way. Zook, what do you got?
Yeah, CBS had the Rams as 1.5-point dogs, but I guess I'm a square because apparently everyone's taking the Rams, and so am I. I just think the Rams are way better, man. I know home divisional like dogs, that's always risky to bet against, but early in the season I feel like it's a little less risky because you still get focused teams each time. I think once you start getting a month in, that's when it's like I feel like just the games in general get a lot tighter.
Yes.
But I'll take the Rams. They need this win too, right? They can't start out 0-2. They played the Lions pretty tough, went to overtime, so I think they get a bounce back win today.
Big Web?
Well, Helen, I like the Cardinals this week. I think, although the Rams have gone into Arizona and torn them up like the last 9 times, but the Cardinals played well last week. They got out to a good start. I think they're going to make it happen, especially against that depleted line, and the Rams got to figure out what they're going to do post Puka for a few weeks here. Give me the Cardinals.
All right, Ace, Mrs. Ace.
Nick and I both have Arizona. I think this game's really hard, but I'll take the home dog.
Okay. I'm going to go with Zook. I mean, my original thought was to go Rams, so I'm going Rams. It doesn't scare me. I was going to double up and maybe even triple up on them, to be honest with you, if they were dogs. But I'll just take them here, -1.5. I don't think Arizona's good. I think they had a decent showing against Buffalo last week. I think they're better than last year, but I think there's so much that they still need to fix. I don't think Kyler's as good as he showed in Week 1. Has dropped off since his MVP year, and I'm just not expecting much. So give me the Rams, even with the offensive line issues. They're a better team. I think Cooper Kupp will have a massive day today. I'm taking his over yardage for sure for a bet, and that's where I'm going with the Los Angeles Rams -1.5. All right, Ace, what do we got next?
Cincinnati is going to Kansas City. The Chiefs -6.5.
Chiefs -6.5. Zook, where are we going?
Tough game. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. Chiefs under a touchdown is generally my rule of thumb with the Patty Mahomes and Andy Reid Chiefs. You get over a touchdown, I stop picking them.
Yep.
But under a touchdown, I'll ride. I am worried about this. Like this is a spot where Bengals looked horrible in Week 1. This is a week-to-week league, as we know. The Bengals always seem to play the Chiefs pretty tough too. So I think this is a spot where the Bengals could do something here, but I'm gonna roll with the Chiefs.
All right, Big Web.
Tell you what, this Week 1 overreacting thing is a little scary on a game like this. I mean, the Bengals were just mollywopped last week. It seemed like by the Patriots, and it's just like they're in a bad position. and you go, okay, they could bounce back. But if you remember, last time they went to Arrowhead, they trash talked before the game. They renamed the fucking stadium, and they had all this momentum coming in there when they won at Arrowhead in overtime last time. But I don't see that. You don't come off a shit loss in week 1 and then start trash talking a team like the Chiefs. Plus Chase's stuff going on, and no training camp for him, food poisoning. They don't have Mixon anymore. They're trying to figure
food poisoning?
out.
I didn't know that.
He did for a few
Last
days.
week, okay.
Game time he was okay, but anyway, I'm going to take the Chiefs here to cover. I think the Bengals are going to stay down at least another week.
All right, Ace.
Nick has Kansas City. I'm taking the Bengals. I don't know if they actually win the game, but I like them to keep it close.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I went back and forth on this game a lot because I think the Bengals look terrible in week 1. They got a lot of issues, but
I don't think Zach Taylor has ever won a game in week 2.
is that right?
That's a weird.
That's a wild stat. Yeah. That's like when I bet like no-run second inning bets in the MLB. Like, sometimes they don't score in the second inning. Like, let's try it. I'm going to take the Bengals here plus 6.5. Actually, this seems like a trap a little bit with Kansas City. The Bengals to me aren't done. I don't think they're as bad as they showed week 1. There are a lot of things going on with that team, but I just still really think that they're going to go into Kansas City. They hate Kansas City. They're going to play their asses off, cover 6.5. Might not win the game, but 6.5 is a big number to give the Bengals. So I'll take Cincy plus 6.5. All right, Ace, what do we got for the final main matchup?
Sunday night football. The Chicago Bears go down to Houston. The Texans minus 6.5.
Texans minus 6.5. Zook, what do you got?
Oh. You know what? I'm going to take the Bears.
Oh!
I'll take the Bears.
Wow.
I'll take the Bears to keep it close. I think Caleb's going to bounce back. I think there's going to be some points in that game. Bears, obviously, defense looks really good. So I'll take the Bears to keep it close.
Okay. Big Web, what do we got?
I hate it, but...
Last week, Tennessee, Caleb Williams versus Tennessee. Caleb Williams was 14 to 29, 93 yards.
Good. Elite.
I mean, Tennessee has a pretty damn good defense. But they needed 2 non-offensive touchdowns to win that game. All that's not going to cut it versus Houston. Houston was on the road last week, over 400 yards in total offense. Give me Houston here.
All right, Big Web going with the Texans. Ace, what do we got here?
Nick also has Chicago. I'm taking the Texans. The Bears stink.
I agree with that. I think they stink, too. You know what? And I'm going to continue my run of fading Nick Yale 4 games in a row. Give me the Houston Texans minus 6.5. We were on the weekly show this week, and literally everything Nick told me, I hated. So I'm going to parlay everything against him, and I'm going to win $1 million today because he's going to go 0-7. It's just absolutely insane.
You know what I'm going to do? Can I Ace, can I go back and leave Nick on an island?
Sure.
Please do it. Please do it.
Texans, baby.
Texans all day. I love it. God, this is great.
I just remember that game's in prime time. No thank you, Bears.
I love it. Nick on an island with the Bears. Beautiful thing. All right, what we got for our toilet bowl game of the week?
The big shocker here. The Giants are going to Washington. Commanders minus 1.5.
I mean, is anybody picking the Giants here? Zook?
New York Giants, baby.
Wow.
Give me the New York Giants. I'm taking points in this game, and again, this is week to week. One of my favorite things to do in week 2 is to fade the public on the teams that look so bad in week 1. The Giants are further along in their operation. Yes, they're horrendous, and they're going to have a top 5 pick for show. Book it. But the Commanders are they're at ground zero here. They're starting from scratch. And I just think the Giants are a little bit more seasoned, and I think they're going to bounce back.
You might be Gilligan on this one. You might get yourself a little island here. Big Web,
All right,
what do you got?
We'll see.
I think he's headed in that direction for sure. Jaden Daniels last week I think he's ready for a big day today. He was 17 to 24, 184 plus 88 yards rushing. I like that for his first game ever in NFL. Giants secondary is trying to figure it out. Right now they got a big bunch of changes back there. And then the Giants couldn't do shit on first down last week, it looked like. So give me Washington at home.
All right, Ace.
Nick and I both have Washington. I mean, these two teams are so
They
toilet bowl. It's
yes.
unbelievable.
I will say, though, I think the Commanders are a definite step ahead of the New York Giants right now. Daniel Jones, I mean, this could be it. I don't know how it works with GM and head coach, but, like, if Brian Daboll will lose his job over Daniel Jones, like, that's bullshit. I mean,
I
like,
think Joe Shane needs to lose his job over Daniel Jones, not Daboll.
not Daboll.
And Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We'll see what happens, but I think at some point Daboll might just be like, fuck this. Like, we're going Tommy Cutlets, and, like, we're done with this
Yeah.
Daniel Jones bullshit. I don't care how much money he's making. He's on the bench.
He might be praying for Daniel Jones to get hurt so he can go with Tommy Cutlets.
Hey, I'm
That's
telling
bad,
you,
man.
this is the classic Danny Dimes spot where he kind of looks decent against another horrendous team.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, maybe we were too hard on Danny Dimes. Then he goes back to throwing like 9 interceptions the next week.
So bad. So bad.
We need to find out, what is it for, like, Daniel Dimes to have 2+ interceptions today?
It's probably like minus 250, to be honest with you. At this point, it's probably a very heavy favorite.
The one he threw to the lineman last week on the screen
Oh,
pass
God.
was just brutal.
Right to him. Right to him. Yeah, that's Giants
It's
football for you.
minus 120 for him to throw 1.
That's insane. Can you imagine paying that guy $35 million a year, whatever the fuck it is? Holy crap.
Dayball can't be getting much sleep at night.
No shot. No shot. All right, we go to our dogs of the week. Mr. Zook, what do you got?
So I've got a statistic for you boys.
Oh.
I am going to
Stats.
go with the Denver Broncos. They are plus 3.5, I believe. I need a line check from my guy Ace here on this.
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, why would it be? So Tomlin, as a road dog versus a road favorite, he's great as a road dog, right? 41, 28, and 1. But as a road favorite, he's just as bad. 32, 40, and 2. The Denver Broncos also have a really solid home field advantage. They're historically good at home in the month of September because you still get the warm weather up there, plus the elevation. They're used to it. Their opponents are not. I think they bounce back after a tough week 1. Again, I think the Seahawks defense, when we look back at the end of the year, we're going to go, that defense was actually pretty good. So I think Bo Nix will look a little bit better today. A game settling into the NFL. I like the Broncos today.
Wow. Big Web.
I don't like the Broncos, but I don't like much as far as a dog goes this week. I mean, it's tough pickings right now. And I took a tough dog, the Titans against the Jets.
Wow.
The
3.5.
Titans plus 3.5 only?
Yep.
All right. I'll keep the hook. I was hoping for 4, but that's okay. Anyway, Titans played good last week, except for these 2 fucking stupid-ass touchdowns that didn't go their way. I didn't like the way the Jets played last week. I am taking the Titans plus the 3.5.
All right, what do we got for you, Ace, and for Nick Yale?
Both of us have the same team, unfortunately, and I was hoping to keep the hook on it, but we didn't get it. We have the Patriots plus 3.
Patriots plus 3 for both Ace and Nick Yale. Wow. I kind of forgot to pick a dog, so I had to look real quick. I'm going to go with my gut and say that Nick and Big Web are crazy to love the Eagles as much as they have, and because of how confident they were, Nick Yale will go in the cellar. Big Web is in the cellar at 1-6. Give me the Falcons plus 5.5. I mean, it's the freest bet. I get breakfast and I get my dog to hit. It's going to be a beautiful day.
Just win the whole game, though. Don't just cover. If you beat us, win the whole game so I get my points for the year.
I agree with that. I think that's good. All right, so then we have our locks of the week. Mr. Zook, what do we got?
So I am going to fade Big Web and take the New York Jets as my lock. Aaron Rodgers has never in his career started 0-2. Do we think the Will Levis-led Titans are going to be the first team to do it to him? I don't think so.
Wow.
It's sort of a weird spread, but it is going back down in the Jets' direction. I like that. Again, my theme of week 2 every year is to jump on the teams that looked like shit kind of in week 1 because it's a week-to-week league, and I think we forget about that. They were also playing, in my opinion, the second-best team in the NFL at home in prime time last week. They're playing a substantially easier opponent this week.
I like that. I like that a lot. Big Web?
Boys, if we saw the correct thing last week in the Raiders and the Ravens, if that's really the team the Ravens are and that's really the team the Raiders are, you can't go away from betting on the Ravens as a lock minus, what is it?
8.5.
8.5.
-8.5. Go with it. Ravens for the lock for Big Web.
There we go.
I like it.
Ace, what do we got?
Nick also has Baltimore -8.5. I'm locking the Chargers -4.5 at the Carolina Panthers. Panthers are another dog shit team. I liked what I saw out of J.K. Dobbins and the Chargers last week.
Yep,
so
I'm with
gonna
you.
Take them at 4.5.
It's like betting against the White Sox. No offense, it was kind of a shot, but like, I mean, it's
Bring
why
it
wouldn't
on.
you?
Bring it on.
Why wouldn't you do it? I mean, 100%.
They've turned me into like an anti-fan almost. Like I root for them to lose.
Yeah, I know it's one of those deals where you want change. It's kind of like the Cardinals, obviously 500, but like it's just we want change. You guys want change. It's just how it works.
Hashtag baseball talk real quick here. GM went on the broadcast the other day. They're about to set the loss record in Major League history for any team that's played 162
And it'll
games.
never be touched. I don't think it'll ever be touched.
The worst ever.
Yeah.
GM gets on the broadcast as the fans are enduring like a 30-win season and goes, yeah, we're not going to be big in free agency this year. The players need to play better. These guys need to develop. Are you fucking for real?
How many millions is he going to eat from people not coming to the games for the next year?
Goodness.
Jesus. They might move to Nashville.
Brutal.
If they moved to Nashville, would you still be a fan?
I think I would.
Okay. Because you don't live in Chicago, so it's a little bit
Anything
different.
for new ownership. Now, if we could get into this, but like, they're a charter organization in the American League. They have been on that street since like 1905 or whatever.
Yeah.
So
that goes into play.
It
sure.
would be a big deal if they moved.
And they were good like 2 years ago. It's just a wild drop off, but
Sometimes you gotta sell your soul to get Jerry Reinsdorf out of ownership.
That's true. That's true. I won't have to sell myself for this one. It's a pretty easy pick. I'll take the Colts -2.5 for my for my lock. I mean, Green Bay is in shambles, and I saw Malik Willis play football before. I thought he was going to be the savior for the Lions during draft day way back when. I trusted scouts way too much because that dude cannot play football. He's hella athletic, but he's not an NFL quarterback. He's just not. That's the thing. So I think the Packers will struggle today. Colts looked really good last week. Honestly, should have probably won the game. Their offense was rolling. I love Anthony Richardson. So give me the Colts -2.5. I'm a little shocked by the line. Maybe that's a trap, but I'm going to say it's not. And we're going to take the Colts as my lock.
It's going to be a tough watch potentially for me today.
You think it's going to be you think it could be a blowout possibly?
Anything's possible.
That's true. All right, there you go. There's our picks. Go ahead, Big Web.
I'm guaranteed 2 wins at least this week.
Good. It's improvement.
Improvement.
Guaranteed.
Improvement. That's good. I
Wow.
like that. I like that you're not shooting for the stars. You need 2 wins. You need 2 wins in your back. I love that.
Wait till it's 4 weeks from now, and I got to get 5 out of 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
5 out of 7.
Yeah, good luck with that. So we have about 10 more minutes or so until we wrap this one up. I got to get A.J. Brown out of my fantasy lineup, so we'll end the show in 10 minutes. But we'll answer fantasy questions rapid fire for you guys. You can get involved on the YouTube chat or also on the TikTok chat. Love the interaction we've had today. We've had a really good show. I love the look of the show. It's been great, so appreciate all of you guys tuning in. All right, Decor. I love Decor. He kind of gives us some injury updates as well. It says Evan Ingram is ruled out hamstring injury pregame. Ace, do you want to check on that for sure? That would be big for the Jaguars.
Yeah, I'll double check.
Okay.
Pull your hammy in warm-ups?
Yeah.
That's a tough scene.
That's wild.
Get the guy some water and stretch him out.
Yeah, some pickle juice or something. No, that's cramps.
He is. He's out.
He's out. Okay. All right. Evan Ingram out. Who's the backup for the Jaguars? Does that matter?
Who
I
cares?
need you to guess this guy. Who do you think it is?
The backup tight end for the Jaguars?
Yep. Who's next man up?
It's like Hayden Hurst or some shit?
Brighton Strange.
Ah, yes. Big Web, you know Brighton Strange. You watched him a lot in college.
He used to play for Houston.
Luke Farrell also might play.
I don't know either of those two people.
I was gonna say, dude, I watch a lot of football. I don't know. I've never
heard of those two. I think those are
guys.
fake names.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, Ace should do that every week. He should come up with fake names on who's gonna be starting and see if we believe him or not.
That's Big Web's thing.
Yeah, that's it.
A guy at the radio station that I interned for used to play this game called Dead or Alive, where you'd guess if the celebrity was still alive or not. We should have Ace just drop 3 names, football player or not.
Yes,
and
I like that.
And you gotta guess who is a football player and who he just made up.
Big Web, would you be all about that? You'd be terrible at that.
Oh, I'd be great at that because here's the thing: if the name has more vowels than consonants, it's definitely a lineman in the NFL.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I forgot we got to get to our bets, actually. So 5 minutes of this talk, and then we'll get to our bets. Big Web's best bet of the week. And we got to build our Hail Mary bet, picking every single game. All right, so Ben D says, will a dominate, I'm just reading what the teleprompter says, and reliable wide receiver one emerge in Jacksonville, or will it continue being one big committee? That's from Ben. Do you think anybody emerges in Jacksonville, Zook?
I think they're sadly, I think they're going to spread it out. That's probably not what he wants to hear. But
Yeah.
I think Thomas could, if it were to become kind of like a one-person dominant passing attack, I think Thomas has the best chance. Like Christian Kirk has never been that through his career.
Yep.
Ingram has been a security blanket. So I think Thomas has the best chance to do it. Scored a touchdown last week, right?
Yes.
So
yeah, you did.
So yeah, I think he has a chance to be a breakout number one wide receiver there. But I think they're going to spread it out.
Also,
truthfully,
probably
Gabe
take some
Davis
time.
too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Gabe Davis. I keep forgetting he's on that team.
So they've got some guys to throw it to.
Yeah, I like that. Drake London or Marvin Harrison Jr. today?
London, bounce back.
Yeah, I would say London's
Junior,
probably the
junior.
Junior. What really was, he dropped one pass and then he caught one and then that was it. But again, week one as a rookie, can't really look at that too much.
I think he's going to get more touches this week for sure.
One thing I'll say for London, he was shadowed by Joey Porter Jr. Last weekend, who is quickly becoming one of the better corners in the NFL. He is going up against the Eagles secondary this week. They are not very good, and I don't expect Darius Slay to shadow him.
Okay,
So
I like that.
I think he'll have a bounce back week.
Do you have a lock or an underdog? It's from Big Smooth. Well, you just missed the picks, sir. Go ahead, Ace. If you still got all the picks, give us all the dogs and locks.
Zook has Denver, Big Web, Tennessee, Nick and I, New England, TJ, Atlanta. Those are all the dogs. For locks, Zook has the Jets, Big Web and Nick have Baltimore, TJ has the Colts, and I have the Chargers.
There you go. There's our locks and dogs. By the way, Ace won't be here for the next couple weeks, but we will get the mic fixed. We've got a lot of production going on here, and we do love the voice changer, but things do change sometimes with this stuff, and just got to play with it. So we will make Ace's mic work here in the next few weeks. So appreciate your patience on that. All right, one more, and then we'll get to bets, and then we'll wrap this one up. Rashad White or Ford today? It's from Hayden.
I'd go Ford.
How did he do last week? I don't even know.
He did pretty well. He had I think close to 20 touches, but I was listening to kind of the fantasy podcast this week, and they were raving about his usage. But the dude had 3 fantasy points till midway through the fourth quarter.
Okay.
When they just started throwing him dump downs.
Okay.
And then he got into the end zone late too. So he went from 3 points to 18 in 10 minutes of gameplay.
Wow.
So he really ate in the garbage time. Obviously, the game scripts aren't always going to be like that. So I don't think his usage is going to be as good today. But I think the Bucs are going up against a really good Lions front.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of room for Rashad White to run.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I'm with you. No, I'm with you.
tough to bail on White, but I probably would play Ford.
I'm going to go Ford, too, because you just sold me on it, Zook. That was beautiful. I loved it.
Thank you.
I think you're right. I think White's the better player, but I think that Ford's going to end up being a bigger upside there for sure. All right, one more, because I think this is a good question. Prescott or Murray QB start today? What do you think?
Man. Well, let me look at the opponents.
Cowboys are playing the Saints.
Saints at home.
And then Kyler is playing the Rams.
Oh.
You got to take Dak there against Saints D, I think.
I would go the other way.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with Big Web. I said I'm gonna eat crow on the Cowboys' take last week because they looked a lot better with no weapons. I mean, Dak might be good enough to be creating weapons all of a sudden. They still suck in the playoffs. I don't love the Cowboys. I'm just saying maybe he can make it happen.
You know what, Ace? Can you give me a check real fast if Marshawn Lattimore is active? They were maybe going to make him inactive. That would be a big deal against CeeDee Lamb this weekend. But I think the Saints' defense is pretty good, guys. And again, rushing upside with Kyler Murray.
Played against the Panthers though. How good are they? That's the thing.
True.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Very true.
What have they shown, right?
So
Right.
we'll see. But you're
I
right.
do think it's interesting. The over-under is exactly the same for both of those games, so Vegas expects same amount of points scored.
And they were ranked going into the year, kind of right next to each other in fantasy. I don't think you can go wrong. I would just go with your gut, man, and live and learn.
Marshawn Lattimore is inactive.
Yeah, the
Inactive.
comments are helping us out too. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you, Dwayne. Thank you.
With him out, go with Dak. I don't know.
There we go. There's fantasy chat for the day. Before we wrap this one up, Big Web, your best bet of the week, and then we will build a Hail Mary $1 parlay. We don't want you to put any more than $1. It's $1 to pay, usually $3 to $4 grand. We're going to pick every game, money line. Did we do money line or spread last time? Did we do money line?
I think it's money line.
I think we did money line. Yeah, we'll do money line of every single game, and then we will put a $1 parlay out there. But Big Web, what do you have today for the folks?
Guys, I know it's week 2. We said we're going to go conservative. We're not. We're going 5-team
that.
teaser. We bought some points. So we got to come out of the shoot fast here. We got 3 noon games. Jacksonville -2.5 against Cleveland. Cleveland has to remain shit to make that happen. Indianapolis -2.5 up at the Packers. We're going with the fact they got the quarterback injury up there. We're trying to make that happen. Colts -2.5. The Detroit Lions at home -2.5 against the Bucks. Don't fuck me on that 2-point shit. Let's get a full field goal win right there. That'll get us past noon. Afternoon is a cakewalk with the Chiefs -2.5 against the Bengals.
Oh, my God.
And then Monday
Why
Night
would you say
Football, the
cakewalk?
Philadelphia Eagles -2.5 against the Atlanta Falcons. We got a 5-team parlay. Get this, 100 pays $981.
I
100
like that.
pays $981.
I think that's one of your better ones, Big Web. I like it a lot.
Chiefs worries
you,
the
sir.
crap out of me. Eagles worries the crap out of me. It's just there's a couple there that just really. Ugh.
You have to, though. You have to. You have to have a couple scary ones.
I tell you
The
what,
fact that you
this
think
is
it's a
nice.
slam dunk so much worries me.
I just
But
can't wait to see
This
Big
is-
Web Monday night. He's got the Eagles -9.5, the Eagles -2.5, all this everywhere, and you're just gonna see Kirk out there slinging the ball around.
Hear that from
gonna be-
from Mrs. Ace over here.
This right here, don't worry, honey. Don't worry, honey. It can happen. But if these 2.5s work, and there's some risk here, but the reward, boys, almost $1,000, $19 short of $1,000 for $100 with these teams that are. If things happen like they did last week, these teams can make it happen with no field goal pushes. Everything's under a field goal. See what happens.
But yeah, I'm with you, but it's a lot of favorites. It's a lot of favorites. That's all I'll say. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm just a lot of favorites.
Let's get past noon and really have some fun here with this thing.
All right, there we go. All right, boys. Now let's go ahead and build our Hail Mary parlay of the week. We did it last week. Do we have any stats on how we did? Do we remember?
No.
I didn't ask. I forgot to ask everybody. I actually bet it, but my phone's on TikTok right now. So
I just know we lost. Like
we lost like right away.
Yeah, at noon.
Well,
like
we lost the Bengals Patriots.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were doing
Bengals were the
actually
one,
pretty
yeah.
good, but that was the game. It was like the Patriots were smoking the Bengals, and we're like, well, we don't really need to track this anymore.
Yeah, it looked like the Bears for a while were going to screw us, and they ended up coming back in that,
Yeah.
and then the Bengals just lost the Patriots, and everything was done. All right, so Big Web, you're going to help us out with this one this week since you weren't here for the end of the show last week. So it's basically a committee. The most votes wins all money line parlay. You good? You ready? Oh, your audio's gone. What happened? Hello, Big Web.
Hello.
Oh, I got you now. Okay. So Saints Cowboys. I'm gonna go Cowboys there.
Cowboys.
Yeah,
Cowboys. All right.
Spread or win the game? What is it?
Doesn't
It's
matter.
money line.
Doesn't matter. It's majority rules, so
Oh.
you're good.
Boys.
Bucks Lions.
Lions,
Browns Jaguars. I'll go Jaguars.
Jags.
Jags,
Okay. Chargers Panthers. Chargers.
Chargers,
Chargers.
Vegas Ravens. I'll go Ravens.
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 This is
This is not great.
good.
Seahawks Patriots. I'm gonna go.
I like New England.
I like New England too.
Seahawks.
Big Web.
This game is in New England, which I think helps.
Seahawks.
Shit, we need to flip a coin. Anybody got a coin? I realize we got even numbers here. All right, Ace is gonna
Hey, Siri,
ask Siri to flip a coin real quick.
flip a coin.
Heads is Seahawks, tails is Patriots.
Flip a coin.
Flip a
It's
coin.
tails.
Tails. All right, New England it is. Colts, Packers. I'm going Colts.
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 Okay. Jets, Titans. I'm going Jets.
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 Okay. Giants, Commanders. Going Commanders.
Commanders.
Yeah, whatever.
Uh-oh. Big Web, Commanders?
Commanders.
Okay. Let's see. Niners, Vikings.
Niners.
Niners.
Niners. Rams, Cardinals. Rams.
Rams.
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Oh, shit. Flip
Brutal.
a coin.
Siri.
Son of a bitch. Heads is Rams, tails, Cardinals. We're going home and
Flip
away.
a coin.
Away, home, I mean.
Tails.
Tails, Cardinals it is.
Brutal.
Shit. We're done. We're toast. Bengals, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Chiefs, unfortunately.
Chiefs.
Okay, I was going to go Bengals, but I'm outnumbered. Steelers, Broncos. Steelers.
Broncos.
Broncos.
Steelers.
Okay, flip
Coin.
a coin. Flip a coin. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Heads Steelers.
Heads.
Heads of Steelers. I love it. Bears Texans. I'm going Texans.
Texans.
Yeah.
Texans.
Last one. Falcons Eagles. I'm going Falcons.
Falcons.
Eagles.
Eagles.
Fuck. Flip it. Heads Falcons. Tails
I'm
Eagles.
with you, Big Web. I'm with you.
Hey Siri. Flip a coin. Tails.
Tails Eagles. Okay, we're toast. All right, here we go. 15-leg parlay. $1 pays. That's it. $758. That's it.
That's because we have like
Nice.
2 underdogs in there.
A lot
That's it.
of heavy favorites, but $1 pays $758. One more time. We got the Cowboys, Lions, Jags, Chargers, Ravens, Patriots, Colts, Jets, Commanders, 49ers, Cardinals, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans, Eagles. There we go. There's our Hail Mary $1 parlay of the week. Don't put more than $1 on it. I'm going to bet it, though. I'm betting it every week. So it's $18 for the year. $1 pays $758. I like it.
Dope.
There we go, boys. That's our show. So, Big Web, any last-minute thoughts before we wrap this one up?
Yes. We are feeling good about it today. It's not overreaction day. We're going to make it happen. Let's go.
Love it. Zook, any final thoughts?
I can't follow that.
Ace, what do you got?
We got nothing.
We got nothing. All right, beautiful. Well,
Let the horn take us away.
Well, that'll do it, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. We will be live again every single Sunday from 10:30 a.m. CT all the way up until kickoff. Make sure you tune in and subscribe here on YouTube, and also make sure you follow here on TikTok as well. But for the great Nick Yale, for Big Web, for Zook, for Ace, I'm TJ Weber saying so long. This has been From the 50 Sunday Show for Week 2. Good luck, everybody.